Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheridan Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. On the last video, we had some audio issues. We had some ticking. And I mentioned that I'd gotten a new camera. Well, from time to time, we get questions about what equipment do you use to film your videos with. So I thought it would be kind of fun to sort of go over the magic box. I think some of y'all see this box from time to time, riding on a buggy or sitting somewhere in a shot. Thought it would be kind of fun to go over the box, talk about what all we use to film these videos so that we can get them out to you guys. So hang out with us for a little bit and let's talk about what a farming YouTube channel, what equipment we need to make the world go round. All right, so first off, you gotta have a way to carry, I gotta have a way to carry everything, and I need it in a safe, secure, waterproof, essentially shock-proof type box. So this is an Apache box. I get these at Harbor Freight. They are a Pelican case knockoff. And then on the inside, you know, these things come with this peel away foam, and you can kind of design little areas like little squares, rectangles, and that kind of thing for whatever you're carrying in them. I take that and just throw it away, and then I order a camera case insert to go in my box to hold everything, and it's also got this eggshell top. So inside the box, this is kind of where the magic happens, and let's start with the best camera that I've got. Then I'm going to switch over and use this camera to continue filming with. But the first thing is, this is a Canon R10. This is the most money that I ever spent for a camera in my life. Never thought that I would spend that kind of money on a camera. But this is my primary camera for whenever I'm doing like talking head videos, still shots. You know, I need the camera in one place and it's kind of filming what we're doing sort of off in the distance. This is the camera that I use for that. And real quick, before we go on, I'm going to post a link. I will post links in the description down below for all of these items, the ones that I can find, the ones that I bought on Amazon. I'll post a link in the description down below. If you're interested in any of these, go over and check those out. Holiday season is here, so you know, if you've got somebody that's interested in doing YouTube videos, or you know, this is the modern home video equipment. So you know, whenever we were kids growing up, you know, our mom and dads had those old 8mm movie cameras, and then you'd watch them, you know, in the living room. Mom would spread a sheet on the wall and had no sound. This is kind of the modern way to do that. So, you know, if you're looking for a good way to sort of hold on to family memories and that kind of thing, some of this equipment would work perfect. It's reasonably priced, and would work great for that. All right, I want to switch out that camera and put the Canon on the tripod to film this with. This is kind of where that thing shines and where it does the best. So let's talk about the rest of the contents of the box. So first off, this is called a shoulder pod. This is an iPhone holder, and I've looked for these and cannot find them. There's a company, I think in Italy or Switzerland, that sells them, but according to the website, you have to be some kind of distributor to buy these. So I don't know what the deal is, but anyway. This sits on the tripod, and this is, like I said, this is an iPhone holder, and the way this deal works is spring-loaded, and your phone just clips into the holder. And you've got your access to your camera. You can still have access to your buttons on top, on bottom, and I actually use my iPhone a lot for filming. And like I was talking earlier, this holiday season, drag out your iPhone and film some of your family stuff. Film those family events. You know, I wish, now that circumstances have changed in our family, I wish that I had filmed more Christmases and Thanksgivings and holidays and that kind of thing, and had more film footage of my dad. So don't wake up in regret in a few years. Get your phone out, buy you a cheap little camera, and start filming some of this stuff so that you've got those memories that you can go back and look on. But the shoulder pod, really nice. This is the best, absolutely the best iPhone holder for the camera use that I've ever found. And another nice thing is, once you get your phone in here, it's got a handle on it. So I mean, you can, you know, if you're doing kind of some action shots or moving around and that kind of thing, the shoulder pod works great. Wish I could find them, can't find them. Let's move this box out of the way. All right, so another primary style of camera that I use are these. This is just a small action camera. This is the DJI Osmo Action. This is the original that they came out with a number of years ago. I bought this because I saw another YouTuber that we watch a lot was using it. And he was talking about the equipment that he used, and I really liked it. And this is sort of the rival to, this is the Pepsi to the Coke of GoPro. Great little action camera. I have filmed thousands of hours of footage on this little camera right here. It's got a it's got a light up back screen that you can touch, that you can control, do the different controls with. Great little action camera. Upgraded. This is the new camera that I bought. This is the DJI Osmo Action 3. Got this because was looking for another camera. We're going to try to be doing, you know, a little better job with our shots, trying to get some more different angles, have some more camera switch ups and some of that kind of thing, just to make our videos a little bit more appealing. And Sandra gave me the green light to buy a new action camera. DJI Osmo Action 3 got a real nice anodized aluminum case to go on that. Does have a cold shoe where we can mount a microphone or a light or whatever we need to mount there. Has a front and a back screen. The front screen always stays lit on this one. On the DJI Osmo original, it did not, but once this one comes on, it always stays lit. You can control the camera from the back, or you can control the camera from the front. DJI Osmo Action 3. Really like this camera. Had a little bit of a sound issue last time, but I figured out why we had that and what the problem with that is. On those action cameras, you've got to have a way to mount them or to hold them. So I've got a couple of different tripods here. This is a Gorilla Pod. The legs on this thing are flexible, so you can wrap this around, you know, the forks on a tractor. You can wrap it around the brush guard on the front of the buggy or whatever the case may be. You can use it as just a selfie stick, kind of hold it and move it around and all that kind of thing. Or you can just set it down on the ground, set it on something, and it just sits there as a tripod. So this is my original. It's getting kind of, the legs on it are getting kind of weak and kind of worn and that sort of thing, but that's called a Gorilla Pod. It's just a tripod. Bought this with my new camera. This is a Ulanzi tripod. Just a regular tripod. You can use it as a selfie stick, or it extends out. I think you can get, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet on that thing. But that another little tripod. I really like this, especially with that new Osmo action camera. You can film forward. You can turn it around and film a selfie, whatever you want to do. But that Ulanzi, I'm really liking this Ulanzi stuff. It's pretty good quality. Also on the action camera holder world, I've got one of these. I got this because of a recommendation from Evan over at Country View Acres. This is called a crab claw. Camera mounts on top, and then it's got just a claw down here that you can tighten down. Works really well if you're putting it around something round stock. Like the top link on the tractor, the roll cage on the buggy, the brush guard on the buggy. It works really nice to be able to give you a sort of a different point of view. You know, we can get this down and get it close to the brush mower or the land plane. But this Ulanzi crab claw, and you can, I mean, man, this thing's got like infinite ways that you can mount it and turn it. I mean, it's really, really handy. Also have a magnet version of this. I think it's on the back of the buggy, and Saunders out with it right now. But that's another thing. You know, we can mount the camera, stick the magnet on something metal, and we get some good point of view shots and something different. SD cards. I can use a bunch of different SD cards. The action cameras use the minis. My big Canon uses the bigger ones. And also the bigger ones, we use those in our game cameras where we're catching pictures of some deer and wildlife. Batteries, we keep all kinds of batteries for different cameras, for the DJI, for the action cameras, for the Canon. Always got to have plenty of batteries. Sound. So, like I said earlier, we had some issues with sound on the last video, and I figured out what that was. It was this microphone right here that I had been using with my old DJI forever. Apparently the new DJI does not like that, but this is a Movo. The thing I like about this is sometimes when I'm filming and I've got the camera pointed like at Sandra and I'm behind, most microphones, if you're not talking directly into the microphone, it doesn't catch it. The nice thing about this one is I got a rear and a forward facing mic. So this is my favorite mic. I use this a lot, but I don't think it's going to work on that new action camera. Sound, I mentioned this on the last video. Y'all, if you're going to do YouTube videos, sound is probably 80% of your video. If somebody can't see it, your video, but they can hear you, they'll stick with you. if they can see your video but they can't hear what you're saying, they're going to click off. So make sure that you've got your sound kind of buttoned up and got it working well. Another microphone that I use, this is a Rode, I forget the brand, the model number on this, but this is a Rode mic. This is a directional mic. Works pretty good, you know, if I've got the camera mounted and I'm just kind of talking towards the camera. This works well. I've got a little better microphone. I'll show you what I'm using right now. But this works pretty good, you know, if you're outside or you're just doing something quick and you don't have time to hook everything else up. This works really well. It does not work with the iPhone. I've got this adapter, but that don't work with the iPhone. It only works with a camera, so don't use that for the iPhone stuff. This is my primary microphone source now. This is the Rode Wireless Go 2. It has a receiver that is mounted on the camera with a 3.5 millimeter cord that plugs into the audio input on your cameras. And then there are two, this comes with two of these. These are transmitters. And I've got one right here on my shirt. And we use these. This is really nice when Sandra and I are doing something together. She can wear a mic, I can wear a mic, and it captures all the sound. And we're able to make a pretty decent video, and the sound turns out really nice. Got various other cables and different adapters for things. You got to have plenty of those. Make sure that you've got the right adapter for whatever accessory you're using, whether it's a battery, whether it's a microphone, whatever the case may be. But you got to make sure that you got all your right cables and connectors and that sort of thing. All right, there it is. That's the equipment that we use to film videos to put out on YouTube. And like I said earlier, get you a nice little camera, drag out your phone this holiday season, capture some footage of friends and family, loved ones, and that kind of thing. You know, we're not promised tomorrow, and to be able to have something that you can go back and look on and watch and see somebody when they were young, when they were healthy. There's a lot of peace of mind in having those. I've got a bunch of videos of Sandra that I can, you know, if something were to ever happen, I can go back and watch, and I just think that would be nice. Like I said, I've spent a bunch of money on junk, so buy once, cry once. If you're going to buy something, I would recommend not being afraid to spend a little money, especially if it's something that you're going to really use. This is the new modern way of doing home videos. The only difference is we put our home videos out for all the world to see. So I hope this is helpful. Like I said, we get a lot of questions from time to time. What equipment do you use? This is it. The equipment that we use, and it has to be easy. Things have to be quick, easy to set up, shouldn't be a lot of hassle, shouldn't be a lot of problem. I'm still learning that new action camera, but so far I'm liking it except for that sound issue, and I've got that figured out. So I think that's it. Like we always say, please keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families, and we'll see you on the next video.